spewed out. And then I got to think, I said, but I didn't play church. He said he would spew out the people that would straddle the fence. He said, I will spew you out if you out pretending you in. If you halfway in and halfway out, he said, I'm going to spew you out, because he said he can't stand nothing lukewarm. And you know and I know, anything lukewarm will spoil. To keep from spoiling, your meat either got to be hot or it got to be cold. But if it's lukewarm, it'll spoil in a minute. And God said, I'll spew you out. So I had that on there in the car. I said, no, I haven't been playing church. I'm out, completely out. And one day God allowed me to come back, and that taught me something. You don't jump out and jump in when you feel like it. You think you are. When you get back in, God lets you back in. And if he don't let you in, you can't get in. Now, I know what most of you want to know is, how can I get me a good boyfriend? How can I get me a good husband? Can I get a good boyfriend? Yes. Can I get a good husband? Yes. God got everything you need. But he's going to ask something of you. And it's not hard. People think they got to go out there and go through a whole lot of rich. If you want a good boyfriend, if you want a good husband, if you want a good life, if you want an education, if you want your kids blessed, if you want them to grow up happy, if you want to do better, if you want to be delivered from whatever it is. I don't care what it is, drugs, whatever. I mean, everybody goes, ooh. It just saying to God. God can deliver from anything. And all of it the same to him. Now we make the difference. Don't y'all know God don't make no difference? Did you not know God don't make no difference in sin? What did he say? A little leaven leavens the whole lump. In other words, what he's saying, if you only doing one little bitty little thing wrong, you still gonna miss the mark. Right. If he comes to come my people, oh, I know I'm going, because the only thing that I did was just that little bitty little thing. I know he gonna let me in. What he said, spots they are, wrinkles they are, and he said he coming back for a church without a spot or a wrinkle. So no, we don't get back. He call them little foxes. You can't sweep your little foxes under the rug. I might not see them, but guess who see them? Jesus. And that's where the coldness, this is where the powerless spirit in the church come from. Little foxes. The little no-harm thing. The little evil thoughts that don't nobody know about but me. God knows. God knows. I'm going to tell you something. And if you do it, you're going to be blessed. Now, you notice I didn't say if you get saved, you're going to be blessed. Because God blesses people, saved and unsaved. But try this. Everything you're doing wrong, stop doing it. Uh-oh. Right there. Well, I thought you were going to say something. Forget that. I want me a good man. That'll get you a good man. That'll get you a good boyfriend. That'll get you a good education. Start serving God. Give God some of your time. Even if you ain't in church. I used to tell my children all the time, just because you ain't saved, that don't mean that you go out there and do anything, ungodly thing that you can find to do. There's a whole lot of good people out there don't even go to church. But they're good people. They're nice people. They help people. They do things for people. And they are happy people up to a point. And that's what God will do for you. But I'll say it over and over and over and over and over again. You don't have to get saved to get blessed, but you got to get saved if you want to go to heaven. That's why the Bible said, what would it profit a man if he gained the whole world and then lose his soul? What did he profit? Nothing. Because hell is forever. And I would hate to think of myself burning forever. Now, one thing we need to do, we need to stop putting these broke down, no good men and boyfriends before the Lord. Saved or unsaved. Anything you put before God, you ain't going to have no good luck with it. I don't care what it is, money, clothes, whatever. Anything you put before God is jinx. You curse. Because he said, I'm God and thou shalt have no other God before me. I would get saved, but I'm scared if I got saved, I won't be able to get nothing. You're going to get a good boyfriend when you get saved. If you really want one. I need a good job. You'll get a good job. You'll get a good education. That's the point I'm trying to make today. The world don't have nothing for you but unhappiness, curses, problem, trouble. Some of us have worn our parents out. Mine was wearing me out until I come to my senses. And call them, wait a minute, ho. Wait a minute, No. I told mine, you got to get a bunch of babies, you're going to take care of them. I'm not going to be babysitting around the clock for you to go out to the club, if you got to go to the doctor or go to school or go to work. I'll babysit. And every once in a while, if I feel like it, I might keep one on a Saturday night. But you ain't going to tie my life up. I got too much to live for. You ain't going to tie me down with no babies. And if you can't afford a babysitter, stay home with them. And then I told and then if I catch you leaving them with just anybody, I find out I'm going to turn you in. You ain't going to mistreat my grandbaby, not that I know it. My great-grand's easy, not if I know it. Not if I know it. But it's a shame. And I'm going to tell y'all just what's going on. Like it or not. These young girls is letting reefer and no good men just run their life. They putting them before everything. That's the problem. Y'all want to know what the problem is? That's the problem. And then, and I'm going to show you why women's been misled by church folks. You got a no good husband. Don't have to take care of you. Most of them don't take care of you. And think they're doing you a favor if they watch the kids. Do you know you don't read nowhere in the Bible where God said you got to keep that man? Oh, I didn't know no better one time until I started reading the Bible for myself. Well, the Bible said, if you say you hold your peace and let him walk all over you and do you any kind of way. Because remember what Jesus said, if you suffer for him, I ain't suffering for Jesus. You suffer because you're too stupid to get rid of a no good man and wait till God give you one or do without. That's the message today. Somebody. I'm glad God gave me a big mouth. Because see, they can't talk no more junk than I can talk. Verbal abuse. It's bad. And women, yeah, but I'm saved, so I got to take it for Jesus' sake. Jesus never said no such thing. And you know what, now I'll tell you what the Bible did say, y'all. Y'all read my lips. The Bible said, if a man won't work, he don't eat.
That's what he said.
The Bible said that. So he ain't got no business eating up your baby food, stamp food. If he can't go out there and get him a job and bring you some food, tell him you go home to your mama and eat, because I need my food for my babies. Amen. And I ain't selling no food stamps to buy no stuff either. Do y'all hear me? Y'all listen to Sister Daughtry today, because God is talking to you. God is trying to tell you how you can be delivered and live happy. And you know what? There's some pretty girls. Beautiful young women. I've seen some of y'all boyfriends, though. Y'all some pretty girls. And you don't have to put up with it. Don't have to put up with it. And if you get crazy, because you're learning some sense, and say, oh, I got something to do. And it don't include you unless you're going to make a change. See, be like God. God won't accept you until you make a change. Now, you might be going to church, but if you want God to accept you, you're going to make a change. That's why when people used to say, I looked at my hand looked new. I looked at my feet, and they did too. There's been a great change in me. That's what God do for you. And y'all know I'm telling the truth. And guess what, y'all? Now, y'all might not believe this, but do you know that men are out there right now trying to find some women with some sense? Mm-hmm. Do y'all not know you're missing out on some decent, good boyfriend hanging with the wrong kind? Listen to me. I'm talking about some good-looking boy going to college, trying to make somebody say, oh, he dumb. And y'all put him in the category with my sermons. Born. You gotta go find you a born man. Because the other one ain't doing nothing for you. But eating up what little bit you do have. Now, I believe if I could take care of me, my children, and a man, I could do better just me and my children. Y'all hear what I'm saying? And when you meet a man, and just because you got kids, don't think you can't meet a man because you got kids. I remember my ex told me, girl, I told my I ain't living like this all my life. I've been with you 13 years. And the only thing I can say about you that I don't regret is my beautiful babies. I love my babies. I said, I'm going, where do you think you're going, who you think going to want you with a house full of children? And I said, I don't know and don't care. All I know, I'm not going to live like this no more. And I left because I found out, thank God, I found out in time I did not have to take that man verbal abuse and be on my knees 24 hours a day praying for a deliverance when all I had to do was leave. Oh, now, baby, you never know. He might get saved. Now, the Bible says the sanctified wife, sanctify the husband, the sanctified husband, sanctify the wife. That's true. But what that meant was, and y'all hear me good, what that meant was, if you saved, no, if you get married and neither one of you saved, then one of you gets saved. Now, listen to me good. Now, the one gets saved, said, well, baby, come on, don't you want to get saved? And they go, no, I don't want to go to that sanctified church. So they said, well, okay. They said, but if you want to go, go ahead. I don't care if you go, but I'm not going. But they're still treating you right. They're still taking care of you. They just don't go to church. But everything else is fine. Well, the Bible said, you don't leave that man or that woman because they don't want to go to church with you. As long as they treat you right. That's what it means about the sanctified wife and the sanctified husband, or the sanctified husband and sanctified wife. But if he beating on you, verbally abusing you, not feeding you, and doing everything wrong, you don't have to stay with that man. And I want somebody to get a Bible and come and prove to me that you have to. And God said it. Why do you think the law of divorcement was written in the first place? Because men was abusing women like dogs. They wanted to get rid of all they had to do was just come up with some kind of excuse and take her back to her mama or dad and pretend this was wrong or that wrong. Any excuse. And that's why the Lord come over and said, except it be for fornication, no. But they was getting rid of them women for any reason. And sister, have y'all ever noticed though how many women and concubines, them men, them kings, and them people could have, and the woman could only have one? Did y'all notice that? The woman could only have one, but God stopped that, didn't he? Mm-hmm. The woman could only have one. I'm about through, y'all. The woman could only have one. But things changed. Now he can only have one. Oh, he would like to have some more. That's why most of them try to get away with it. But God said one. And that's what he means. In the New Testament, one husband and one wife. That's it. And if she or he is not doing right, you trying to live safe, and they doing every ungodly thing they think they can do and mistreating you. Now, if they ain't mistreating you, fine. But if they mistreating you, and they tell you, well, you going to be holy and sanctified, I don't want to have nothing to do with it, let him go. Let him go. So go on about your bad self. Me and Jesus will be all right. Because I guarantee you, anybody in here, you and Jesus can make it. And you ain't going to be crying either. One time I thought, I said, well, I just grin and bear it. I ain't going through this more. I just have to cry. I wasn't crying. Boy, I had so much peace when I left that man. Me and my children, I was having a good time. We'd be going fishing and just having fun. Go play basketball with the kids, just having a ball. See, when God's in something, you ain't going to be sitting up crying and snot. If you sitting up crying and snot, he ain't for you. Because if he was in a good and he was for you, you ain't going to be at home crying and snotting and begging God. And the worst thing a man or a woman can do is beg God for a man. Why you say that, Sister Doctor? If you got to beg God for him, he must have don't want you. Do y'all hear what I'm saying? And somebody good probably already looking at you, but you miss your blessing, asking God to let you keep something he's trying to get rid of for you. That's just like the church. A lot of times people leave the church and folk go run them out the door, beg. I be thinking to myself, well, if God didn't get rid of them, they'll come back. But if they don't come back, God got rid of them, so let them go. God might be trying to bless your church, and you pulling the curse back. Same way it is with a man. I tell anybody, I told a lot of women this, honey, let me tell you something. I don't care how much you think you love him. But if you got to do wrong and get out of church to keep him, let him go. And anything you let go for God, God got something better. I guarantee you. Anything you give up for God, God got something better. And when God gives you one, he'll give you one. Because he knows what he's doing. He know you, and he know them. He know what you'll put up with, and he know what they'll put up with. And it'll work out. And I'm telling y'all young women, don't wait until you get old as me, and then go trying to find somebody. Get rid of them no good boyfriends right now, and let God bless you. Go to school, take care of your children, get a job, get an education, and let God bless you. And you'll be happier for it. And your little babies will love you to death. Don't you know children know when mama not happy? You don't fool children. Them the smart. They got more sense than we got. They are smart. You don't believe they're smart? Look how they're taking in every word I'm saying. And you know what they'll do when they get home? They do like my kids do. Mama, you know the preacher said so and so and so. Mama, the preacher said you ain't supposed to smoke. Mama, you ain't supposed to drink. If you think they don't listen to what's going on, children get it quicker than the grown-ups. They really do. That's why you see 5- and 6-year-old kids getting baptized and ain't getting the Holy Ghost. Because they get it. They get it. And I'm going to ask you a question. How many today feel like, and well, I don't know nobody's business, but feel like you need to be delivered from something? I know I need deliverance for my knees. And I'm asking for deliverance too. I'm asking the Lord to repair these knees so I don't have to have knee replacement. So I need deliverance. How many need deliverance from something? Whatever it is, it's your business. But do you need, I want to see hand high, do you need a deliverance? How many are willing to come up for their deliverance? You say you want deliverance. How many are willing to come up for deliverance? You don't have to come up here and talk about it. I don't need to talk about it. I don't need to ask you who your boyfriend, how long y'all been going together. That's your business. All I want you to do is whatever you want to get delivered from, you get that in your mind. Whatever you want deliverance from, then come up and we're going to pray. I'm not going to try to make you get the Holy Ghost. I'm not going to try to pull you in the church. I just want you to get delivered. You came up first. Come on up. Like this. Come on up. Have you? Pastor.
Somebody come get the little baby, take him another room.
Instruction, Jesus. In the name of Jesus, the right instruction. You know what? Right now, read me. I don't know who's going to be. But God's going to send you some instruction. God's going to tell you what to do in your situation. Obey Him. That's all He wants you to obey Him. You know the way, you know the word. I don't have to quote no scripture for you. You know the word. Be modest, as becomes a saint. Because God's going to use you to go back to your ministry. You've been running, because that son said for a long time. But He gave it to you, He ain't taking it back. You still got to do it. And that's all you got to do. And I don't know. Might be the same one, if it's not, it's somebody else. But go with God and be obedient to God. That's it now. And guess what? I'm so confused at these pretty women that don't feel like they're pretty. They feel like they need help. You don't need no help from the world, girl. Wake up! You don't need no help. God is trying to show you everything you need. I got it. And you're a beautiful woman. instruction, you follow. You follow. And it ain't gonna be no 6 or 7 or 8 months going and coming, just and follow the instruction that God gives you. And you'll be calling me shadow. Okay? Hey! Glory. Thank you, God called me and I tell you real quick.